OK, we've got the latest from the Netherlands. Now let's get the latest from Spain and speak to our Spanish football expert, Álvaro Montero. Great to speak to you as always, Álvaro. Thank you for joining us. OK, so we've got to start with Jules Kounde. We've mentioned Chelsea there, but of course we know the player is very keen on a move to Barcelona. Any chance that Chelsea could still get him, do you think?
You mean Kounde? You mean Dejong?
Yeah. No, Kounde. Jules Kounde.
Well, it seems it's going to be almost impossible. Sorry, David. As far as I know, there was an agreement between Sevilla and Chelsea, close to 55 million euros plus 10 in bonus. It is said inside Sevilla that they wanted that amount of money, but as far as I know, there's going to be an agreement closed in the next within the next hours between Football Club Barcelona and Sevilla. It is said in Catalonia here in Spain that something close to 50 million euros plus 10 in bonus. From those 10 in bonus, 5 are easy to achieve, and 5 are even more difficult. But the desire of the player, as we've been saying in the last week when he denied and he rejected to go to Lagos in Portugal with Sevilla, and after he has accepted, was to sign for Football Club Barcelona. I believe Chelsea knows that, and that's why in the last days they haven't been pushing, because they believe the player wants to stay in Spain and play for Football Club Barcelona.
And what about Barcelona? I mean, can they actually sign or even register any more players with the state of their finances? And we've been here before, haven't we, Álvaro?
Yeah, not now. In fact, as we said a few days ago, 5-6 days ago, this second palanca, as we've been saying, is an euphemism for explaining how Barca, after selling the TV rights or receiving money, they need a third palanca in this month of August and have income, because if not, it's going to be impossible to register those new signs, and even the players that had been renovated in the last weeks, like Sergio Roberto. Right now, it's been saying here, we've been talking about the situation of Frenkie de Jong. If he leaves, it's going to be a lot of money for Football Club Barcelona, and that could help. But with this third palanca and knowing inside Barca that Frenkie de Jong doesn't want to leave, it's going to be a tricky situation for sure.
You mentioned Frenkie de Jong. Any idea that this impasse might resolve itself anytime soon? I mean, it's such a bizarre saga. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel?
It's getting even more difficult than a few days ago, because as far as I know, Frenkie de Jong and his entourage have been speaking with Erik ten Hag and with Manchester United. I'm pretty sure it's about not playing UEFA Champions League, but his target, his goal, his desire, and his option number one, as we've been saying, is to stay in Football Club Barcelona. He wants to stay here. Xavi knows that, obviously. But not playing the UEFA Champions League, as it happens with Cristiano Ronaldo, makes a player also do not see with positive eyes the fact of leaving Barca to play for Manchester United. It's not my information, but someone has told me, in fact, in the last days, that the Frenkie de Jong entourage believe that in case, hypothetically, that he leaves, Chelsea is even a better option than Manchester United, thing that I didn't know a few weeks ago, obviously. But I will say that his option, his target, and his desire is to stay. And it's going to be difficult because David Barca has asked the player to reduce his wage, as our colleagues from US has published 2 days ago, 30%, which is a lot of money. And the players believe that after postponing, after COVID 2 years ago, the year that he was going to receive, or he's going to receive his wage, it's not fair enough for him to get reduced the salary in such amount of money. So it's going to be difficult, because it is said that Barca have been speaking with